Are we ready yet? Someone turn on the lights so we can get this show on the road. There, that's better. I'm the professor, and I'm here to introduce two artists, or at least that's what they claim, who are having an exhibition of their Chinese brush paintings at Art on Kent in Lindsay. They are Richard Sauvé and Bruce Young. With names like Sauvé and Young, I don't think that these guys are Chinese, but anyhow, they've decided to call their exhibition Eastern Art Through Western Eyes. That's not eyes like those two things on your face staring at me, but capital I apostrophe S, a play on words. This is the title of the exhibition in Chinese calligraphy. Their exhibition will show similarities and differences between each artist's works, and also show to a certain extent a Western flavor in their paintings. Here's an example of The Four Gentlemen by Bruce. As you can see, it is done with ink only. Here is Richard's colorful rendition of The Four Gentlemen. Some of you are probably wondering, who are these four gentlemen? Well, actually, they aren't gentlemen. The first is the orchid, which represents spring. Next is the bamboo, representing summer. Then the chrysanthemum, representing fall. And finally, the plum blossom, representing winter. Richard and Bruce have been painting for a few years after taking instruction from Charles Lung. Here is a portrait of Charles painted by Bruce. Both have learned much from Charles. It should also be mentioned that Bruce and Richard are members of the Chinese Brush Painters Society in Yorkshire, England. This is a fabulous group of people who share much through their monthly newsletter, brimming with all kinds of valuable information. Richard and Bruce both contribute regularly to Canada Corner in the newsletter. Richard and Bruce are Canadian, doing Chinese brush painting, and are members of an English society. How weird is that? Anyhow, here is their presentation for your viewing pleasure, or at least that's what I was told to say. I'll leave it up to you. Now, on with the show. China has a long and extensive history, and this is particularly true with painting. Chinese art form is one of the oldest continuous artistic traditions dating back to the Neolithic period of about 4000 BCE. Early Chinese brush painting was tied to a traditional Chinese philosophy, which was to make the form show the spirit. Two fundamental categories in traditional Chinese brush painting are the gongbi, or meticulous style, and the literati, or freehand style. The gongbi style is characterized by close attention to detail and fine brushwork. The literati style is characterized by freehand brushwork and expression. Eastern style painting differs from the Western style in that Chinese paintings can have shifting perspectives in the same painting. Chinese brush painting can also remove restrictions of time and space. Another important aspect of Chinese painting is that calligraphy and painting are closely related. The following presentation will show a brief history of Chinese brush painting. It will cover a few thousand years in about 2 minutes, so hang on. Unless you are a speed reader, you may want to use the pause button. Now I'm going to talk about the four treasures. These are materials of Chinese painting, which include brush, paper, ink, and inkstone. Brushes are traditionally made from natural hair and can be characterized by being stiff, soft, or a combination of both. Each is found in every combination of size, shape, and tip length. Stiff hair brushes can be made from wolf, horse, rabbit, or rat hair. Soft brushes can be made from goat hair or chicken feathers. Mixed hair brushes can have the advantages of both hard and soft hair brushes. There are many types of paper. The most common type is Schwan paper, often incorrectly called rice paper. It is made from the bark fibers of the paper mulberry tree. Other materials can be grass paper, bamboo paper, and even silk. Papers are available in 3 finishes. Unsized or untreated is very absorbent, then semi-sized, and sized paper, which has the least absorbency. Ink sticks are basically a mixture of soot and glue. Other ingredients may include preservatives, fragrance, gold, and even snake bile. The type of soot determines the color intensity. 3 main types are pine soot, charcoal soot, and oil soot, which creates the blackest of inks. Ink sticks are also available in an assortment of colors. Now ink is also available in a bottle. Traditionally, ink was made by grinding an ink stick with water on an ink stone. The stone surface must be smooth enough to produce consistent ink quickly. The best shape is a regular rectangle, a square, or a circle. Some ink stones have become collector's items over the years. Other materials used for Chinese painting are the stamp or seal and seal paste. Traditional seals can be carved from various materials, including stone and ivory, and can be plain or quite decorative. Seals can be carved with anything from a name to a figure. The seal is pressed onto the seal paste and then pressed or stamped onto the painting. Of course, there is much more information available about these painting materials, but this will at least give you a basic idea of what is involved. Now I will briefly talk about some differences and similarities between Bruce's and Richard's paintings. Each artist paints a variety of topics in different styles of Chinese painting. There are 3 main subject areas, namely landscape, figure, and the painting of flowers and birds, which also includes all types of animal and plant life. Chinese painting can be divided into 2 distinct styles. The first is the meticulous or Gombe style. The second is the freehand or literati style. The Gombe style shows great detail of form and color, producing peaceful, elegant, and tranquil images. The literati style, through the play of the brush and ink, shows the artist's emotions and philosophical ideas. Of course, Bruce and Richard have to be different. Some of their paintings are in a style of their own. This painting of Bruce's was done with a single brushstroke representing the single blip of a heartbeat. A wide brush was loaded with ink of different intensity and dragged across the paper with a little hiccup for the heartbeat. Richard does something different with some of his paintings. He renders his original painting, then produces a single unique print. The end result is quite dramatic. The following presentation will illustrate some differences and similarities between the artwork of Richard and Bruce. I hope that you enjoy the show.
you